Here is the beginning of the topic about the digital divide. Is the internet totally changed our life. I think everyone could in this class would agree with this point because we benefit a lot from the internet, and it to a large degree changed our daily life, working patterns. So here I mentioned 2 points. That on one hand, information becomes more and more cheaper and more accessible, and everyone could be the super media consumer on one hand, and more importantly, on the other hand, everyone could become a media producer after acquiring certain media producing skills, like we use wiki, blogs, and instant message, something like that. Actually, we create a lot of media products. I mean, such thing is unimaginable. I mean, like 100 years ago. So that's the big background. I put the picture here. I think maybe all of you know about this. This is actually Person of the Year in 2006, right? Why the Person of the Year, Person of the 2006 is not the big name, but you. You means you and I, and he or she or her. I mean, everyone could be the year of the Person of the Year. That means through internet, maybe everyone has a possibility to make a voice over the world. So I think the picture shows the potential of internet. I don't know if you agree with this idea. However, although computer and internet diffused rapidly around the world, however, the opportunities to access the internet or computers varied dramatically among different countries and or individuals. And this point may be American people feel not so strongly, because the computer and internet, such kind of infrastructure is quite good in America. However, in other regions or countries, the situation may be not so good. So that's why some professors propose a phenomenon, actually based on some phenomenon that proposed the idea of digital divide. I bet some or maybe all of you heard about this idea. This is an important idea as a consequence of diffusion of digital technologies. And literature review showed the initial studies about the digital divide focused on just the technical access. However, later some scholars advertised that digital divide refers not just to differences in access, but also to the inequality among the internet users in the extent to which they are able to reap benefits from the use of the technology. So that's very important. And when I read the literature about actually the DiMaggio and how sorry, I don't know if my spelling is good. Their they proposed a famous model about internet inequality model that actually I adopted for my research as a framework. I will talk about it later. Here, it seems there's something. There's a big picture missing here. It's blank. So we can here. I show you some figures like Internet World Statistics. Actually, the first one is missing, but this figure is okay to show something. Yeah, the Internet users in the world by geographic regions in 2012. You can see, yes, Asian owns the largest population of Internet users around the world. As to the percentage, it accounts for about less than half of the world's Internet users. Actually, it accounts for 44.8% of the world's Internet users, I mean Asia, then followed by the Europe, then North America, Latin America, Africa, Middle East. This is about the population of Internet users, and different from the previous one. This one is about Internet penetration rates. So you can see where the Asia is. It is actually below the world average. The yellow line means world average. So Asia is just below the average level, just followed by Africa, and North America has the highest penetration rates. Then Australia, Europe, Latin America, Middle East. So that's why just now I mentioned maybe you have not so strong sense about the digital divide, but in some rest regions of the world, it happened very obviously.